Welcome to my channel if you're new, and if you're not, welcome back. Today I'm going to show you 4 of my favorite furniture flips. Stay tuned. So this first flip is a table I bought several years ago. I can't remember where. I think Walmart or possibly Wayfair. I'm not sure, but I knew I just wanted to change the color after having it for probably about 4 or 5 years. I really wanted to sand it down and see if I could get it to that raw wood look that is so popular right now. And you'll see here in a minute, I wasn't able to do that. So yeah, right here, as you can see, this is where I already sanded the top and found out that it's MDF. It's not real wood. And so that prevented me from going with the look that I wanted, which is fine because I did find a chalk paint that I absolutely loved, and you'll see that here in just a second. So clearly you can see I didn't use a primer. And the reason why was one, I didn't have any on hand. I hadn't planned to do the project with paint. However, I noticed with this paint, which was called Rainy Days by Magnolia Home, it did not need a primer. I did 2 coats of this paint, and you'll see that top exposed MDF by the second coat is flawless. It's completely covered. I highly recommend this paint by Magnolia Home. I believe I got it at a local, like Ace Hardware. I'm sure you can find Magnolia at other stores in your area. But again, this is a paint that I would recommend if you're looking for like a quick furniture flip. So this is the antique gold rub and buff product that I've used several times on hardware. I usually spray paint the hardware a matte black, and then I do the rub and buff over top. It gives you this really awesome antique brass look. And here is the final reveal. Let me know what you think. This was a super easy coffee table build. I basically took 2x2s, These actually had tapered legs, but you can get just a standard 2x2. I found these tapered legs over in the trim and molding section at Menards. I'm sure you can find them at Menards, Home Depot, Lowe's, probably any local hardware store that you have. And so I took these 2x2s, I cut them down to 18 inches in length each. I sanded the ends that were cut because they did splinter a little bit. And then you're going to see here in a minute how I glued them, and then I just used, I believe, 2-inch screws. And again, this was super easy. Wouldn't consider this a build that any woodworker would ever do. That's why, I call it the easy DIY. I just wanted something to put on my porch. It did last, the fall, and here we are in the winter, and it's still doing great. Uh, so just keep watching. After I set the table legs, I let the glue set for a little bit, and then I flipped the table over and I just took my 2-inch screws and I screwed in from the top. I should probably mention the coffee table top is a 1 by 16 by 3 foot edge glued board. These are really cheap. They usually come wrapped um, in the. I also found these by the, I guess you could say, crown molding trim baseboard section of the lumber department in your store. Again, this is really cheap. It was like $12. I will link it below. You're probably wondering what I'm doing here. This is not something you've seen before, but this is the way I distress my wood. I really like the old rustic style wood. It looks beat up. It looks like it's been around for hundreds of years. I found that this is one of the best ways I can do that. I also take my electric sander and I'll just press hard in certain locations, around the perimeter of the tabletop, and you'll kind of get that indentation, and it just looks really beat up. And after stain, it really makes those indentations and those markings really pop. So yeah, that's how I've always kind of done withered wood. So I did a two-step stain process. The first stain that I put on is called weathered oak. It really doesn't change the wood much. It sort of just takes out that yellow hue that's usually found in pine. But the way that I came across this was I was looking to do weathered oak and get kind of a gray weathered look. And it didn't turn out. And so I ended up staining on top of it a darker stain, and I loved how it looked. So in this case, I did this on purpose. I did the weathered oak, and then I'm going to go in here in a minute and do walnut over top. And what it does is it gives this, the deep, warm walnut tones, but it brings in that gray undertone that really gives it the rustic look that I was looking for. It doesn't turn it gray and it doesn't turn it orange. It's kind of that just warm, medium, perfect tone, in my opinion. And here's how it turned out. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Okay, so guys, I think this is my favorite flip to date. I've done a lot of furniture flipping prior to doing YouTube. I do have some pieces that I love, but I think this one is honestly one of my tops. And here's why. This table is an old, like 1978 Ethan Allen tavern table. We grew up with this exact same table in our home, and we went shopping one day, my husband and I, and found this at a Habitat for Humanity. I think we got it for like $40. And I just couldn't believe it when I saw it. I said, I had this in my home growing up. It was just nostalgic for me. So, anyway, to be able to take this one and do something new with it, honestly, I think this one's going to be hard for me to let go. I can't wait to hear what you guys think when you see the finished product. I'm sure some of you are wondering, why would I, flip a piece like this that is sort of nostalgic. It's from the 70s. I actually found some on eBay that are going like $400, $500. However, this one was pretty beat up on the top. I don't know if you could see that in the video footage very well, but it's pretty beat up. And so I still think that personally I wanted to change it. And so I sanded this one down to the bare minimum. I don't think I would have gotten $400 or $500 like people are selling it for on eBay right now, because of, it wasn't in tip top shape. And the fact that I didn't want to let it go anyway. So that's why I'm doing what I'm doing to it. So here all I'm doing is a DIY sander. I'm basically taking long strip sandpaper and putting duct tape on the back, and then I'll flip it over and I will duct tape the ends so they sort of have handles. This will allow me to get into those intricate curves on all of the table legs. I'll also cut thin strips of this that allow me to get even deeper into the intricate leg curves, because that was not going to work with my electric sander. So you'll see how that works out. So as you can see in the table legs, the finish did stay in those grooves, and while I was able to get most of it, I don't know that without some kind of Dremel tool, which could have altered those curves if I really got in there, and I did not want that. I don't think there was anything else I could do, and I actually like it. It kind of gives a highlight to each of the curves in the table leg. And here's how it turned out. And here's another entry table that we found the same day we found that Ethan Allen flip that I just showed you. My husband pointed this out to me, and at first I was like, that's a really odd shape. I just wasn't a fan of it. It was $45. I just said, let's go ahead and try it. And by the end of the flip, I thought it was just the coolest table ever. I do plan on selling it. I haven't yet. We're using it in our kitchen right now. Um, but I do plan on passing it off to family or maybe selling it on Facebook Marketplace. I haven't decided yet. But either way, odd shaped table turned out beautiful in my opinion. Let me know what you think. I chose a paint by Dixie Belle Paint Company called Sawmill Gravy. It's also a chalk paint, so I did not prime this piece. And again, 2 coats of this chalk paint, and it provided a high quality, durable finish. One thing I can say about this paint is it glided on. This paint goes on so smooth. It dries to such an even consistency. It is definitely a paint that I will continue using in the future. I highly recommend it if you are new to furniture flipping or if you just want to change up a piece in your home. Dixie Belle paint is quality in my opinion, and I will use it again. And here's the final product.